Hello, people. In this modern times and where everything can be found easily on the internet, we sometimes stumble in some footage or post about weird and unknown creatures. Good thing you came to this channel, so stay tuned as I show you mythical creatures we can find around the world. First, we are going to Japan. Here is top 5 mythical creatures from Japan. 1. Tanuki, the most mischievous Japanese mythical creature. One of the most widely known yokai is the raccoon dog, also known as tanuki in Japanese folklore. These creatures are native to East Asia, and while they do resemble raccoons, they are more closely related to coyotes and foxes. Tanuki were once revered as guardians of the natural world, but gradually their image shifted to one of a slow, comical trickster. They're believed to have limited magical powers, including shape-shifting abilities, just like kitsune, although tanuki are real animals found in the Japanese wild. They have inspired many legends and folktales in Japanese mythology about the so-called baked tanuki. Baked tanuki are powerful, mischievous creatures with a cheerful, jovial personality. They are not inherently evil, but they love using their strong shape-shifting and possessing powers to prank travelers and steal their money for no other reason than to have fun. So if ever you travel to Japan and got lost, maybe it's the tanuki playing on you. 2. Kitsune, the divine mythical creatures of Japanese folklore. Kitsune, or mythical foxes, they are known to be magical, highly intelligent Japanese mythical creatures that possess many powerful magical and spiritual abilities, including shape-shifting, far-seeing, high intelligence, and longer lifespans. In Japanese folklore, kitsune can be a symbol of both good and evil, and were thought to grow a new tail for every 100 years they lived on this earth. The most powerful kitsune were the nine-tailed foxes, said to have acquired infinite knowledge and the power to see everything that is, was, or will be. If you play League of Legends, Ari will sure come in your mind. Japanese mythology recognizes 2 types of kitsune. The first type of kitsune, Zenko, means good foxes, describes a type of benevolent foxes with celestial powers, most well known as the divine messengers of the god Inari, protector of rice fields, prosperity, and fertility. You can find many statues depicting these elegant, supernatural yokai in shrines dedicated to Inari, spread all throughout Japan. Luckily, these temples are easily recognizable by their typical red buildings and red torii gates. The most famous shrine built to celebrate the Inari deity is Fushimi Inari Shrine, found near Kyoto, which attracts many visitors from around the globe throughout the year. Kitsune were not always seen as divine, benevolent spirits. The other type of kitsune recognized in Japanese mythology was Yako or Najitsune, means wild foxes, shape-shifting foxes who love playing pranks on humans, or quite the opposite, reward them, depending on their deeds. 3. Kappa, unique inhabitants of lakes and rivers. Considered to be a suijin, means water god. Kappa is a humanoid Japanese mythical creature with some features resembling amphibians and reptiles. They tend to look different from a kappa to another. Some have adult bodies or child bodies, with skin colored in various shades of green. Their skin might be slimy or covered in scales, and their arms and legs webbed between the toes and fingers. As unique as they can be, all kappa have a turtle shell on their back, a mouth resembling a beak, and an object resembling a bowl on its head, in which it carries a liquid that is said to be its life force. If this liquid spills or the bowl is damaged in any way, a kappa can become incredibly weakened or even die. Pokemon characters Golduck and Laudad, as well as Gamakichi of Naruto, are animated versions of these formerly frightening yokai, but the cute, green kappa of today emerged relatively recently, evolving from a hairy, otter-like creature in the Edo period. Before we proceed to the last 2 mythical creature, if you like my work, please consider hitting the subscribe button and hit the bell button so you can be notified every day I have a new video for you. Also share this with your friends so they can watch some of my work. Thank you very much. Now let us continue. 4. Tengu, the mysterious red-faced yokai. Tengu were considered mischievous Japanese mythical creatures, but not inherently evil or particularly dangerous, as they were quite easy to avoid or defeat. Many legends speak of Tengu as bringers of war and destruction, but they were also known as protective deities and spirits of mountains and forests over time. There is another form of Tengu in Japanese mythology, and that is the Daitengu, means greater Tengu. Daitengu are an evolved form of Tengu, with more human-like features and usually depicted as some sort of monk. Daitengu wear long robes and have red faces, with long noses. Usually, their power levels are directly proportional to the size of their noses. They live alone as far away from human settlements as possible, in forests or on remote mountaintops, spending their days in deep meditation. The purpose of Daitengu is to achieve perfection and great wisdom through self-reflection, but that doesn't mean they are always restrained and peaceful. Some Daitengu were said to have caused many natural disasters and suffering to humans in a simple fit of anger. 5. Tsukimagami, the most unique Japanese mythical creatures. Tsukimagami are traditionally considered to be tools or everyday household items that have acquired a kami or spirit of their own after living for at least 100 years. Although generally considered harmless, there are instances of Tsukimagami becoming vengeful towards the people who may have mistreated them or abandoned them throughout their lives. Among these Tsukimagami, there are a few that are the most famous in Japanese mythology. The first ones are Kasa Oba Ki, means monster umbrellas. Monsters represented as one-legged umbrellas with one eye and sometimes arms and a long tongue. It is not clear what the purpose of these Kasa Oba Ki was in Japanese folklore, but many illustrations of them have been found throughout the years. Boroborotan is a great example of an evil Tsukimagami. They will not hesitate to cause harm if they believe you deserve it. Boroborotan are Japanese sleeping mats or futon, which come alive after having been used and worn out for 100 years. They come alive after they have been mistreated for so many years, but some may also come alive if they feel neglected or needless. They hold grudges against humans, and they come out at night to strangle sleeping humans and get their revenge. That is all for this video, and thanks for staying till the end. Where should we go next? Leave a comment if and what country you want me to cover next. See you on the next video.